Welcome to the Grand Arena, where legends come to fight. Bodies clash and dreams ignite under the neon lights. Oh yeah. Pondwater Dave, he's the voice, calling every move. Amy and Justin Davis, getting you in the groove. Oh yeah. Feel the energy, the thunder, as the crowd begins to roar. High-flying daredevils in a battle like never before. Oh yeah. From the turnbuckle to the mat, the action never stops. Talking wrestling takes you to the top. Oh yeah. Talking wrestling, it's a wild ride. From suplexes to body slams, we got it all inside. Get ready for the excitement, the drama, the show. Talking wrestling is ready to throw down. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Talking Wrestling with Pondwater Dave. My name is Justin Davis and I'm excited and we're excited to be back this week. Once again, I'm always joined here by the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, Miss Amy Vaughn. And he is an elderly, as his shirt says, if you're joining us live here on video, Mr. Pondwater Dave.
I am indeed an elderly, my friend. And I was watching the open and that part right before it says it's showtime where it shows the three of us just chopping it up a little bit. I look so much younger in that camera angle. I don't know if I was lit different or you two are aging me exponentially.
I had to stop myself from laughing from the part where you jump in the ring and land right on top of your head. That's the best.
Well, we can laugh
ever.
about it now.
That is hilarious. That is pretty funny.
One of these days I'll have to share the entire sequence with our viewers because I tried to stand up and play it off real cool, but I was genuinely concerned because when I landed on my head,
leg.
When I landed on my head, I could hear, I felt my neck go.
Oh my gosh!
So I was kind of about half-ass scared, but as soon as I stood up, there was a guy who started botch mania, and I had a mask on, so you couldn't see me laugh at that point.
Right.
Pondwater Dave is the only wrestler that ever gave his own self a stinger before the match ever started.
Yeah, getting thrown over the top rope was not the worst part.
Oh, bless your heart.
What I did, where I screwed up, is when I tried to jump in the ring, instead of legs away from the turnbuckle, I went legs in towards the turnbuckle, and that's what got me.
Yeah, you got to fling yourself around away from the turnbuckle.
Yeah, flinging myself away is over with. We're not doing that anymore. I'm gonna slide in. I'm gonna slide in and count three, and probably when I get back from this knee injury, adopt a Bronco Lubitsch style of refereeing.
There you go.
Yeah, I think you're at that point, aren't you? I mean, age-wise, could you go ahead and do that?
I probably could. Hey, we like to crack on Bronco, but over on the Ram Network, Timmy C and I did World Class Flashback, and we watched a match from it was actually taped February 18th, 1983.
Mm-hmm.
And Bronco Lubitsch dove.
Ooh.
He dove down and counted three. Because I was like, whoa, look at Bronco. Because that's like, honest to God, I never recalled Bronco getting down, diving that quick.
What kind of match? I mean, was it like a title match? Like, what made him move so fast?
It wasn't a title match. I can't remember whose match it was now. It might have been David Von Erich and Buddy Roberts.
Okay. I just wondered, like, if it was, like a title match and you're like, got to make sure I get down there or something. Interesting.
Guess what I did last night?
What?
I watched Raw from start to finish.
How'd you like it? What'd you think?
I hated it.
Because okay. What did you like about the show?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You just asked me, and did I like it? And I can't think of too much stuff I liked. Like, okay, the R-Truth segment with The Miz was kind of good. That was okay. I don't know. It was just kind of a let's get us to the pay-per-view Raw. I felt like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, you're doing some major storytelling with Chad Gable and Otis
Yeah, that was good. That was
and
okay.
Sami Zayn. I enjoyed that. I mean, Ricochet was given an ode to WCW as he was lawn darted into the side of a trailer by
Mhm.
Brian Breaker, and then put in real glass before he was sent to AEW.
But he's not. I mean, his contract. He still has some days, doesn't he? Or was last night his actual last?
If you believe the dirt sheets, I mean, he gave notice.
Yeah, but I just thought he wasn't going to renew his contract, and I thought they acted like that wouldn't expire until the summer. Like I just assumed he had, whatever, maybe a few more weeks or whatever. But they're acting like he said his goodbyes last night.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't know.
I mean, 3 hours is a long time.
Right.
But I kind of enjoyed last night's show. I thought there was some pretty good
Well,
stuff going on.
That's one thing I was thinking about too. Like, I feel like that show would have been freaking fantastic if it was 2 hours.
Well, let's make our show. Oh, go ahead.
I just think 3 hours on a Monday night is just, and I know it's more money that they're selling there during that extra hour, but I don't know. I just think it just seems like a long slog at times to get through.
Well, let's make our show better on a Tuesday night, and introduce our guest at this time. From MPX Wrestling, he's a 2-time Addicts Champion. This Saturday night, June 15th, he will be challenging the Tommy Becker for the MPX Championship. Please welcome to our show, Demo Diamond.
Hey, yo.
How you doing, Demo?
Great. Sorry, I had a bunch of crashes.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We're glad you made it. And I noticed that when I saw you the poster for the Purge, that you're going against Tommy Becker, but I didn't realize that Jamie Aller had returned and was with Tommy Becker.
Yeah, Jamie returned about whenever the TWC was a thing, and that was a couple months ago, early into 2024, I want to say, or late 2023, one of the two. But he returned as GM and then stepped down and is now managing Tommy Becker.
Well, yeah, I knew he wasn't managing Tommy when Tommy was on the show.
Oh yeah. Now he is. He's been managing him for a good chunk of time now. Like I think a couple months now.
Yeah, you'll have your. Well,
I was gonna say,
and your matches are no hold barred.
Yeah.
No.
So that means Tommy can't duck me, and Jamie can't do anything about it. So
gotta keep an eye on that Jamie. He's crafty.
I was gonna say, is Jamie one of those managers that gets involved heavily?
Let me tell you about Jamie Aller.
Tell me about Jamie.
Jamie was managing, and I was a new referee.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie would reach in the ring and untie my shoes.
Oh, that's mean.
Let me tell you what Jamie thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to a show where I was managing. I was Dr. Phil Payne.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie was the referee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get even. I'm untying his shoes first chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
Velcro.
Wow.
He's one step ahead.
Every time.
Always one step
You're going to have your
ahead.
hands full Saturday night with him hanging around, Demo.
Hey, listen. I don't know. I mean, like you said, Jamie is very crafty. But this is a new game, a new generation. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And I've watched Jamie. I've watched a lot of MPX back then. And I study up on a lot of tape. So I know Jamie better than Jamie thinks I know Jamie. Let's just say that.
Interesting. So did you say this is a no holds barred?
Yes,
match?
ma'am.
What brought that? I mean, that's kind of an interesting stipulation. What brought you all to that?
So June 15th is the Purge. The Purge
Right.
is usually no rules for any match.
I gotcha.
So there is, I think there's a tables match on the card. There's a death match on the card for sure. There's my match, which is a no holds barred match. There's there's a ton of stipulation matches.
I got you. Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Mhm. But me and Tommy, for the last 3 to 4 weeks, last month and so, I've been winning my matches, and like any other wrestler, I feel like I deserve my opportunity at the MPX title, which Jamie wouldn't give me. So then I had to take matters into my own hands, and I had to hurt Tommy to get what I wanted, and now I get what I want at the Purge.
Now you're not. Are you friends with Aaron Eagle? I'm just going to get that all out.
No, I am not friends with Aaron Eagle, but I do respect Aaron Eagle. Let's put that out there.
Okay.
I respect everything Aaron Eagle does, but in terms of friends, not so much.
Even that goofy stance that he does, like he.
Hey, listen, nobody can pose like Aaron Eagle. All right, I'll say that.
Okay. Okay. Well, but you're not friends, so I'm okay with
that. No.
I just want to make sure, I have some. He called me stupid, I think, or something one day. I don't like him, so I just want to make sure.
I mean, I've heard him call people hussies. I've heard him. I've heard Aaron Eagle say a lot of things. But like
so I'm just lucky to be called stupid, or
yeah. Being called a hussy is a little crazy in 2024.
It's better. It's better than what I mean. After Richard Hill, after he got a hold of Richard Hill, they called Richard Hill an ambulance.
Oh well, true. That is very true. I mean, that's the reason the scoring and Aaron Eagle and his sidekick Caleb Riley are fighting this weekend. So,
yeah.
Well,
hey, I respect the tactic though.
I tell you what, you're that running knee that you got's really impressive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So my moveset is based around a lot of old school and a lot of new school. I took inspiration from Harley Race with my knee, but I added a flair, kind of like Kenny Omega, so I could have something a little different that everybody doesn't do.
Well, yours is impressive and I'm not. I apologize for the dogs.
Oh no, you're all good. You're all good.
Little Iron Paul's going crazy.
I know. We tried to leave them out so they wouldn't bark so much tonight. I'm not criticizing everybody else that uses a running knee. I'm just saying that not everybody concentrates on the knee contacting as much as they do the air getting in the air with it.
Yeah.
Yours is solid.
Oh yeah.
Yours is good night when that one hits.
I got long legs. I'm 6'5", 6'6". So like,
oh my.
You got to do something with these long legs. They can't just sit there. You know what I mean? Booker T is a great example of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of where I took my inspiration to use my legs in my offense. So.
Well, when did you debut?
I debuted January 14th of 2022.
Okay, so you've been around for a couple years now.
Yeah.
What got you interested in being in the business?
So I always enjoyed it. Me and my mom watched it since I was little, and then my birthday always falls around Survivor Series, so we used to order Survivor Series all the time.
Shout out to your mom. I love it. That's awesome, being supportive like that.
Yeah, she's my number one supporter to this day. So when I made the decision, it was 2020, and I think everything has shut down. So it was like coming out of the pandemic, and I was like, man, I got to do something. I was still in high school at the time, so I was like,
you're young.
Yeah. I'm only 21.
Oh my goodness!
But
my kid's older than you.
Yeah. I'm one of the young guns in the locker room. But
you're 21 and you have a chance for the MPX title. That's awesome.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I am the youngest Addicts Champion in history. So
congratulations. That is not an easy feat. Bravo.
Thank you. I think the only other young one is Barrett Brown, and we all know how Barrett Brown is. He's just that guy around Texas, you know what I'm saying?
I think if you can have your name mentioned in the same sentence with Barrett Brown, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, after the pandemic, I decided to hop into wrestling. Me and my friends talked about it. some of them can't wrestle because they have medical issues and stuff like that. And so I decided to step up and be the one that wrestle, so we can all experience the dream in the sense. And trained at DFW All Pro with Lou Gotti.
Oh yeah.
And where's that?
In Dallas.
In Dallas.
Oh, it's in Dallas. Okay.
Yeah. So I trained with DFW. I graduated. Don't ask me graduation date. I can't remember. It was sometime in December in like 2023. 2022, 2023.
We get a lot of graduates from DFW. BI, they come to wrestle for BIW, and Lou doesn't just. I mean, when he turns you loose to go work for other people, you're ready.
Yeah,
he's a really great trainer.
One of Lou is almost like a father figure to me. And like I said, like I had nothing but good experiences going there. And now that I graduated, I have been with Athena and Matthew Palmer at MPX, training with them as well. So
you can't beat that either.
Yeah, no. Athena's a little crazy when it comes to character work and getting everything right. And honestly, if it wasn't for her and Matthew Palmer, I don't think I would have evolved the way that I even have evolved on the wrestling aspect, even in life, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been friends with them since. I mean, I met them when they broke in.
Yeah,
I'm an old PCW guy, so I came up with all of it. I think that it's great that they have. We've had several people on from MPX, and we've had Palmer on, and I can't say enough good about MPX. That the platform that they provide, the level of wrestling. They're not shows; they're events. It's episodic. And I truly believe that Athena's probably the best. I mean,
hey, and that's my favorite women's wrestler.
I believe she's one of the best in the world, if not the best women's wrestler in the world. And her knowledge, she's been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
So for young wrestlers to be able to learn what WWE and AEW and Ring of Honor and TNA are all looking for, because television wrestling is a heck of a lot different than arena wrestling.
Oh, definitely. And that's something that she harps on, and we learn about, like hard cam and all this extra stuff. Like it's an experience. Her coaching style is something that I needed in my career so far, for sure. Her and Matthew Palmer. Palmer is the guy that I go to with all my big man questions, because he's been a little guy for so long. He's taken everything. He's taken everything in every move possible. So anytime I have a question of something, it's always Palmer.
And he's so smart because he knows.
Yeah,
he knows. Because I'll say, Palmer, have you ever thought about doing this move? I'm not big enough for that.
Yeah,
I mean, he knows, and I mean, he knows what he knows what he is and how to work it. And if you ever have the opportunity to see Matthew Palmer in action, go out of your way to do so.
Yeah, I got to wrestle Palmer in a tag match. Well, it was more than like a handicap match, but I got to wrestle Palmer in a tag match, and I actually got to wrestle. I had the opportunity to wrestle him twice. I wrestled him once with me and Dataville, and then him and Slim Seven, and then I think the second time was him and Aaron Eagle versus me and Kari Wright, and both matches Palmer beat me up. So I will say that Palmer got hands, man.
Now you can tell us. You can tell us. Nobody's listening.
Uh-huh.
You can tell us. Palmer versus Athena, straight up. Who's winning?
I'll plead the fifth. Answer this question is wraps for me.
The correct answer is the fans win.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that answer. Yeah. What you said.
Yeah, because I was fixing to dig a hole for myself. Now I don't have to.
Yeah, no, I was gonna dig a hole for myself in training, and I don't like that. So I'm good.
Demo, you talked earlier about how tall you are. I think
Yeah.
6'6". Did you play basketball, or were you athletic before you got into wrestling?
Yes, I played every sport there is to play in high school and
Okay.
middle school. My favorite sports though that I played was basketball and football. I was a
Yeah.
tight end, and I
I was gonna say I figured you were a tight end.
yeah. It was fun. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know. Football was weird. Like, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I enjoyed it as much as playing basketball. Just the pure
Yeah.
athleticism from the standpoint. But other than that,
Where'd you
yeah.
play?
I went to Dunbar Middle, and then I've also went to Everman High School and Everman's like middle school and everything. So yeah, I was all over the place. I also played basketball for Eastern Hills as well. So yeah, I went to like 4 different high schools.
Well,
4 different years for 4 different high schools, right?
well.
You know?
I like
you
how
know what I referee high school basketball, and that's becoming more and more of a thing. Seems like it's not as rare as it used to be.
Yeah.
I like how you talked about you like watching old stuff or meshing old stuff. You take your knee from watching Harley race and Kenny Omega and kind of melding them together.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite, maybe older school wrestlers and even maybe like current wrestlers?
Okay. Are we talking about big wrestlers, or are we talking just in general?
Just in general.
Whoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how about this? I'll give you 5. All right.
Okay.
So I'd say right now some of my favorite people to watch is let me see. Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
I really like watching Swerve. I can't go wrong with a Triple H match. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. On the indies, because I kind of watch where I'm at now. Brick Savage is one of my favorite people to watch, along with Kari Wright and Exodus Prime. And then just to get back into the big names, Athena is one of them. And then I want to say, depends on the night, but give me Will Ospreay. I love watching a Will Ospreay match if the night calls for it. Like it's really fun to watch.
I'm an old man that barks at clouds. So there's nothing that Will Ospreay does that I should like.
Yeah.
But having said that, I love Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I do.
So it's weird because like at a time I was like one of those guys, well, I don't see the point of like all this, but then I realized like man, he's just really good at what he does. Like, and it just makes me want to watch him. So
I don't understand why. He's just that good that his style of wrestling doesn't bother me when he does it.
Yeah.
And he got on my radar at the G1 in Dallas when he wrestled Lance Archer.
Oh yeah. I think one of my favorite matches to go back and watch of his is always him and Ricochet.
I think we're going to get to see that again.
Yeah. But
I mean, reading between the lines, it seems like that's what's coming.
Yeah.
Do you think though Ricochet's? You don't think going to New Japan?
He could.
Do you think he'd go to AEW?
Yes.
I mean, that's the next biggest spot.
Well, that's true. That's very true. I just, interesting. And I like all the moving parts. Like good for him though.
I like that wrestlers have a choice.
Yes, definitely.
A viable choice.
It is. It's great for wrestling. It's great for everything. Competition's always great.
Definitely. I didn't mean to interrupt your.
No, you're good. You're good.
You mentioned Exodus Prime. I've had the opportunity to work with him a few times, and he's been to Louisiana and to Mississippi, and he's impressive.
Exodus is me and Exodus actually had a match recently. You can check it out on Twitch at MPX. It's MPX's Revenge. I think it was like I want to say last month, and that was one of my favorite matches of this year so far. like genuinely.
I have to go look at that. I bet.
I took a cutter to the floor, so
Oh, that's always rough.
It's always great, when you can do high spots and trust the person you're in the ring with. So
I was going to ask you, you named 3 independent wrestlers when you were talking about ones that you like to watch. Tell us more about them. I'm not as familiar. Are they all from the great state of Texas, or where are they located? And what do you like about them?
Yeah, Brick Savage, Kari, and Exodus are all from the state of Texas. Brick, if you ever watch anything of Brick's, is pure. It's just pure power. Like Brick is just it's almost like an old school powerhouse with a new school vibe.
Okay.
But Brick is one of a kind. I will definitely say that. If you go back and watch any of their clips, it's amazing.
Okay.
Kari Wright, there's no one like Kari Wright. I will say that. That's my best friend, my godfather of my child, and hands down, talking to Kari, getting to know Kari, like he thinks of wrestling like nobody else does, and the way he moves in the ring is second to none. Especially in the state of Texas. I will say I want to see Kari on bigger shows. Exodus, it's like a video game character came to life. Like that's literally what Exodus is. He has the Hadouken. He does like Mortal Kombat combos. Exodus is amazing.
With the
eyes. You said he took a cutter, right? Cutter. Is that who gave you the cutter?
Yeah, that's who gave me the cutter.
Yeah.
But Exodus is a video game character come to life. If you could think of like any Street Fighter character or Mortal Kombat character, that's pretty much what Exodus is. He's just a video game character.
And so now I got to know, as much as you want to tell me, but like, so you have a baby.
Yeah.
Has the baby been in the ring yet? Have you
the baby hasn't been born yet?
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Do you?
No,
are you
okay.
going to? Are you wanting the baby to play in the ring? Show him what daddy does, kind of thing.
It's an interest. We have decided to kind of wait and see. But yes, obviously, in my heart of hearts, family business.
Like a Ricky Steamboat kind of thing coming down with little Ricky.
Yeah, family business. You
like it.
When your kids get involved, I mean, my grandson helped tear a ring down after a show one night, and I was proud.
Oh,
I was proud watching him carry those boards. So I can't imagine what it would be like for one of the actual wrestlers to get in the ring rolling around with their kid. And
I mean, I know you just started out. We've already got your child, running the ropes too. But
Amy's already booked your kid. They haven't even born yet.
Father and son.
He's going to be an Addicts Champion by the time he's 3.
Well, I'm having a baby girl, so she might be MPX Women's Champion. You never know.
Even better. Athena, take her under the wing and just, like you said, whoop up on you. Okay. I just had to ask about the baby because
you're okay.
I love a good baby.
I brought it up. You're all good. You're all good.
When I was gonna say, when is baby due?
August 26th.
Oh, that's not too far from here.
Yeah, about
awesome. Does she have a name?
Her name is Everly.
Beautiful name.
That is. Oh, that'd be great on a marquee, right? Yeah. MPX presents.
She's gonna have him wrapped around her little finger. I can already tell.
Yeah.
I bet it's already happened. She ain't even here, and then she's pretty much.
She got everybody wrapped around her finger. She has a ton of baby stuff. We did a gender reveal show this past 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was fun. We had a Survivor Series style match. We have a Survivor Series style show. Team boy versus team girl. I think on the card was like LVJ, Kari Wright, Exodus, Alec Bullsdale, Barrett Brown, Ariza Clark. Maya World got injured, but she was supposed to be a part of it, and she was. Sky Dela Cremosa, Maddie I, Delynn Cavens. It was a fun time.
Y'all all got together and did a gender reveal match.
Well, show. So it was,
the
a
whole
whole
show.
night. Yeah, it was a whole night. So it was like I think started at like 5 or 6, and we ended at like 7.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
Yeah,
That is
so
awesome.
it was fun. It was fun.
That sets the bar very high for gender reveal parties.
No kidding. She's gonna
Yeah.
have that video to always look back at and see. Be
It's
like,
up on YouTube if anybody wants to watch. It's
oh, okay.
Oh, I'm going to
excessive.
shame my children endlessly now because I got a lot of grandkids.
Oh yeah, it's excessive violence promotions.
Okay.
Sky runs that, and he posted it on YouTube. It's the show's called "Hey Yo, What's That Baby?" So
I love it. Okay, wonderful.
Hey, yo, what's
cool.
that, baby?
I say "Hey Yo" a lot. I took from Scott Hall. That's my inspiration. I love Scott Hall so much. Like a lot of my personality, what I base it off of is like a Scott Hall, Conor McGregor. Even though he's not the greatest in the lights, but like I looked at like a lot of guys like that because I talk a lot of trash.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up talking a lot of trash. Me and my mom talk trash to each other all the time. It's like my best friend. So, but if those are the guys that I kind of took inspiration from for who I am as when I'm in the ring and when I do what I do.
I love it.
Yes.
Who have been your biggest feuds in your 2 years?
My biggest feuds in my last 2 years have been Barrett Brown and Barrett Brown. And that was a whole thing. It was VIP versus Team DFW, which is it was Barrett Brown, Big Said, Little Tony, and then JT LaMotta versus like a lot of us, 4 of us young guys, which was me, Rex Maury, LVJ, and Dylan Cavens. Which check those guys out if y'all haven't. And that ended in we did a Hell and Back match, which is a bare boards match. Bare boards, no tape on the ropes, like no. It was bare boards, wired ropes. Yeah, it was.
That's some backyard
crazy match.
For those that are our listeners, viewers that have no idea that what is under that mat in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, it's just pure.
It's a steel base with boards that go. Whoops!
Look out!
With boards that go across, and there's a very small piece of foam that goes under there, and it's not like soft foam. It's just like
gym pad or something like that. Yeah,
harder than times were in 1929 after the because because it'll flake off, but it's and then you put a mat over it, so it's not a trampoline, y'all. And if you take all that off, he's saying that they're slamming each other on bare boards.
Yep, bare boards, and there was no turnbuckle pads, no turnbuckle. We didn't put the hoses over the wiring. It was just pure. We stripped the ring down completely. It was intense match.
No kidding.
Have you ever had a major injury yet?
No, I have not.
No, that's good. Especially you being 21, you can fight some of that stuff off right now.
Yeah, really. Can I go back to Palm Water? What did you say? It was harder than the times in 1920.
Harder than times were in 1929.
And you think making a comment about the stock market crashing and the Great Depression, you think that is what our fans would connect as hard times? I'm just curious. I can't believe you said that.
It's just my back porch witticisms, okay? Don't start with me, Amy.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Amy, just because you weren't alive during the Great Depression doesn't mean Dave wasn't.
Dave is speaking firsthand. You're right. I'm sorry. I was just did he just reference 1929? Okay.
Darren Staley's in the chat, and he knew what I meant. And he does ask, we're glad he's here. He asks us of all of our guests, what legendary talent would you like to go up against?
Okay. I have a 2-parter to this. It would be Scott Hall because that's genuinely my favorite wrestler. You know, rest his soul. And then it would be Triple H as well, because that's the guy. That's the guy.
I like it.
One of or Randy Orton, because that's also one of my favorite wrestlers. But like, yeah, those three. Or
You and Scott Hall going head to head. I mean, two guys that are both 6'6", I think. That would look pretty cool in the ring.
I think Scott Hall's personality was so big that his wrestling ability sometimes get lost in people's memory.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably was the absolute best in the ring of all the NWO.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's also remembered for giving maybe the best sell to a stunner in the history of wrestling.
but I'm circling back to asking him about his feuds.
Yeah.
So out of everybody you mentioned, do you got that one blood feud that it's never going to be over? That it's never going to be over?
So that was just one feud. Yeah. So it ended up being me and Barrett one-on-one, which I love Barrett and I love that moment. That was a moment to push myself. I have had a feud with Delin Cavens, and that was my former tag team partner, my former brother. And that is one of the feuds that you were talking about that will never be over. No matter how many times we wrestle, we're 2-2 right now, and anywhere we go, I will beat the brakes off Delin Cavens. But I've also feuded with now Tommy Becker. In the past, I've feuded with Mikey B. I'm trying to see. Sorry, I got to think back up.
It's okay.
Exodus. Me and Brick Savage have created our own feud on the internet. We've wrestled like twice, but like we've created our own feud on the internet. But I think that's really it. But yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're good.
I was just going to say, who did you win your title from?
I won my first Addicts title. I won in a ladder match. We did a ladder match because the title was vacant, and I won that. And then the second time I beat Mikey B and Fuego at MPX Destiny,
which was at the Epic.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Circling back to the Epic, you know what I'm saying?
So tell us about your experience at the Epic, because as our listeners know, MPX runs 50 times a year, and they have their own building, and they branched out to this beautiful facility in Grand Prairie. And I have to imagine that was wildly successful, because now y'all are going back again this Saturday night.
Yeah. So Destiny was amazing. Like being in the Epic was absolutely amazing. It was mind blowing. If you ever see the pictures from Destiny, like the balcony pictures that we had, like the setup for Destiny just looks amazing. So
I just saw massive humanity.
Yeah,
there was more people than seats. I didn't see the empty seats.
Yeah, no, like the Epic, when we ran out of there the first time, like during my match, like I think it was like 500 plus people there, and
awesome.
As a wrestler, that's something you just genuinely want to wrestle in front of. That's something you just want to breathe in. You want to be in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and like the energy in there was amazing. The setup was amazing. Like all of it was amazing, and I'm glad we get to go back, because like the Epic is, I don't know, the Epic is just like it's like our big pay-per-view arena, and it's amazing. Like,
it's I'm so excited for MPX that they will venture out out successfully.
Yeah. I feel like we have the fan base. Like we run, like you said, we run weekly, the best weekly show in Texas. We do everything that we can to make this, spin, keep the wheel spinning and everything. And the Epic is just a great part of that. And JJ and the gang that helped us, and all that extra stuff. Like shout out to them and the Epic, because it's the best venue.
Let's see that event poster.
Jared, I'm not on this poster, and I feel offended. By the way.
Oh,
Well, I've got you. I've got you. We can switch to this one.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, is that Jamie Oliver?
Aller.
Aller,
Oh,
he looks
yeah.
squirmy. He looks
Oh,
he looks like he'd cause problems. You know what I mean?
Well, Jamie was a troublemaker in his heyday, right? Now he's trying to be in the nice guy. Well, we all know Jamie, man.
So you would be a double champion, or is this title for title? What do y'all do?
No, I lost my title against Tatum Manning because of Exodus Prime, aka why me and Exodus Prime feuded for a little bit.
I gotcha.
So this will be my This will be my first, fourth shot at the MPX Championship in the last 2 years. But this will be my big shot at the Epic. And it's just me versus Tommy Becker. And I plan on taking everything from Tommy Becker, which is take it how you see it. He calls himself the best wrestler in Texas, and he hasn't seen me yet. So that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, he's been here, and he did call himself that.
Yeah, exactly. But I will let me give credit what credit is due. I've wrestled Tommy Becker 12 times in the last 2 years. So that's about, if you count an MPX, that's about 40%.
Yeah.
But I've wrestled Becker 12 times in every match possible, except this type of match. Becker is a great in-ring person. Even before he had his big injury and had to go on the show for a while. Becker was everywhere. Becker was a top talent in Texas, but those days are over. It's my turn. It's time for him to move over, and it's time for me to take what's mine, which is the MPX Championship.
I'm just assuming that knee was your finisher, or do you have
no?
Because I mean that's how impressive the knee was. I just assumed it was a finisher.
No, yeah.
If you were wrestling Dave, it would be your finisher.
That knee is 100% the reason he'll never wrestle Dave.
My finish is the Sky High, which I'm a big D-Lo guy as well. And some people have showed D-Lo my Sky High, and apparently he loves it. So I got to get down to Texas.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome that a big guy like you is doing a D-Lo frog splash off there like that.
Oh no. It's the Sky High, so it's the
wait a minute.
Mindbuster.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of that frog splash. I'm like, wait a minute, you doing that?
No. My kneecaps would never forgive me. No. But I have that in the spear as my.
Well, you did say you like Triple H and Randy Orton, and some of those are kind of and D'Lo Brown. I like that. Some big like that. I like it.
Well, Demo, we wish you the best of luck this weekend at the Epic.
All right.
We can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. It means a lot to us that MPX thanks enough of us to ask us to help promote what y'all have going on there. We sing their praises regularly because I love what they're doing. I haven't ever been to the new building.
Oh, you definitely got to check it out.
I know. I keep saying I'm coming.
Hey, you got to. Hey, just make the trip.
My family lives in the area, so.
Hey, we run every week. There's not a bad time. You know what I'm saying? We can pop up any week.
I know I need to. I didn't realize how long it had been until I'd been there. Since I'd been there, but my Facebook popped up on my memories the other day. The last time I was there, I refereed for Palmer and Athena against Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan.
Oh my man.
That was a long time ago.
It's been too long, and that was in the old building.
Yeah. That's been a long time.
But I love what y'all got going on there. I love that it's on Twitch.
Yeah. So if you can't check, if you can't come to the show, watch it on Twitch. It is definitely worth it. And like I said, every moment, every week is something new. We had last week was a literal tag matches throughout the whole show. So we have different stipulations for different weeks, and it's a fun show to watch. So you can check us out.
They had a prom.
Yeah, we had yeah, we did.
Who'd you take to prom, Demo? Who was your prom date?
My girlfriend, and and we did. I had an excessive violence match that night.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was homecoming instead of prom.
Oh, it was homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah, it was a tough night. I wrestled Sky in an excessive violence match, so you know how that goes.
Excessive violence.
I'm telling you, the creativity that comes out of that place.
Yeah.
I mean, just to do it, if they did a monthly show, you would sing their praises. The fact that they do it
every week,
that is crazy.
Successfully.
Yes, that's
getting
awesome.
bigger and bigger. And I'm so impressed with that. If I still lived in the Metroplex, I'd be there every week.
Well, whenever you can make a trip, you know, come out.
Problem is when I show up, though, I want to bring my stripes.
All right, well, you know, you got to talk to the big man in charge, but you know,
I tried to quit once to spend more time with my grandkids. And the first show I took them to, I looked at them. I said, I can't do this, y'all.
Hey, you never leave. You never fully retire. Ain't that what everybody says? Never say never.
I've never seen. I don't think I've seen it successfully pulled off yet.
Yeah, no. Somebody said you're too elderly to travel.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a politician. You know how they lie. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
I am on Facebook as this name right here, Demo Diamond. I am also on Instagram as The Truth Demo, and on X, if you look me up as Demo Diamond, it should pop up. I don't remember that one. I don't really get on Twitter like that. But
yeah, I found you.
I don't really get on Twitter like that.
I'm telling you, you and Pretty Boy Smooth have been the first two guests that I didn't have the hard time finding on X.
Okay, see, yeah, it's simple, you know. It's Demo Diamond. There you go. And then also I have a YouTube channel, so if you want to check out any of my matches, if you want to, you know, study up on me, I have a bunch of matches from
this past year. YouTube channel.
Yeah, this past year I'm uploading matches. I'm trying to get everything uploaded. I got to get a lot of footage, but check me out on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
What about a merch store? Do we have a merch store?
Oh, I do. I have a big cartel store, and I have a bunch of hoodies, shirts, and everything you can ever want.
Big cartel.
Yeah. I'll send it to you so that way you can put it.
And we'll send it out on our socials.
All righty. Thank you.
We can't thank you enough. Good luck. Hopefully we'll see you again down the road. Yeah. Anytime you got something you want to promote.
Thank you.
The door's always open for you to come back. We're thrilled to death to have you.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm trying to get down to y'all neck of the woods and, you know, come wrestle. You know, me and the owner of BIW have been talking. Maybe I'll be out there in 2025. So
I hope so.
Well, we'll see.
Awesome.
I hope so. Because I mean, that's where I'm booked till the end of 2025 with him.
So I'll thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Demo Diamond, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
hey, pop Jamie Aller one time for me and tell him it's for that shoelace thing.
I got you.
I appreciate that.
All right, y'all be safe.
Thank you.
Feel the ground shaking. The Purge, June 15. Don't miss. At the epic, where legends are made. Best pro wrestling you've ever seen. At the epic, where legends are made. Best pro wrestling you've ever seen. MPX Wrestling, can you hear the roar? The Purge is coming, find out what's in store.
Woohoo. Do we know who Athena's wrestling that night? Because I know when Hilda was on, I can't remember what. Oh, I was going to say we need to watch it again. I'm getting closer.
Everyone pay attention this time.
Maybe I
Well,
couldn't remember.
They didn't. But if you'll give me just a second, I will tell you
Okay.
that now Hilda didn't know who she was wrestling, and she still doesn't know because it's Hilda versus a mystery opponent for the MPX Women's
Lord.
Championship at the Purge.
I don't know if I wouldn't like that. How do you prepare for a mystery person?
You don't.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You just get in there and whip a little ass.
Yeah, Honky Tonk Man didn't prepare himself very well for the mystery person. He got beaten like 6 seconds.
It lost it in 6 seconds. He kept running. Ultimate Warrior kept running out there.
But I have looked at all the Purge posters.
Uh-huh.
And if they've announced to Athena's wrestling, she doesn't. I have not seen it, a graphic.
Well, and now I may look it up because I remember maybe Hilda knew she wasn't wrestling Athena because I guess maybe Athena already.
She told us.
Just ignore me. Just ignore me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just ignore me. I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dave, there at the end, you mentioned Joey Ryan. I was once a penis druid for Joey Ryan on stage one time.
Oh, Stephanie didn't want to kiss me for a week because I took the sucker.
Me and Timmy C had our blow up penis costumes on, and we had to revive him back to life. Yeah, it was quite the show, Amy. You should have been there.
Man, I didn't get my last one in, which was Dave is booked through 2025. The amount of naps he will need between now and then.
Well, that's impossible to know.
Right.
We don't know how many exactly, but
and the reason I need naps is because I'm an elderly.
Right.
And if you're an elderly too, or you support elderlies, you can go to jumpinthepond.com and you can get you one of these.
Exactly.
If you
especially
elderlies.
Especially now that you have a bum knee. You have a bum leg.
I'm an elderly ally.
But the saga with Sedgwick took a turn for the better today.
Good.
I'm 26 days removed from my knee injury. I'm 14 days removed from actually seeing the orthopedic about it. And finally, after 14 days, I have my CAT scan scheduled.
That is crazy.
They're going to scan his cat, finally.
Hey, we've all scanned a cat or two.
No, we haven't. No. Just saying. Not everybody here.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to do anything to it. He's just saying at least scanned it.
Again, no, I don't think I have.
I'm excited. I'm excited for him. I hope that he does make an appearance in BIW. I would love to see him come in.
Yeah, that'd be great for him.
And when he said when he told us how tall he was, immediately I was thinking that'd be a good matchup with him and Pretty Boy Smooth.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Sometimes I start booking our guests in my head while they're here.
I understand. Pretty Boy Smooth put a picture out and he's looking at his belt, and I swear he's a massive. I mean, I want to see him in person. Like he's a tall dude.
And I don't know if anybody saw that he actually went out. That there was donations made to his college, to his scholarship.
Oh yay!
And he didn't know who made the donation, but he was wanting to make sure they know that he appreciated it.
Yay!
You're talking about wanting to book the guest. Amy was booking an unborn child on the show.
Wasn't she?
So, I mean,
well, I didn't know.
Yeah, that kid already almost to retirement.
Exactly. Well, I didn't know how old, because he said it was his godfather, so I thought he was already, the baby was here, but like his little baby like crawling on the ring, and I mean, I don't know. I think that's cool.
If she's 6'6", I got a feeling I could be refereeing her in AAU basketball here. It's pretty soon.
That's very true. That's a very true thing. She may choose another sport. You never know. You never know.
Well, there's plenty of them out there.
That's right. So
Let me tell you.
literally,
Let me tell you about girls in sports. My
okay.
granddaughter. Let me run my granddaughter's schedule to you.
Okay. How old is she?
13.
Yeah,
13.
so like
Okay.
12. Yeah.
She's 13. Is she turned? She's 14.
Mm.
Yeah, I think she's fixing to be 14. She's fixing to be 14.
She's fixing.
Yeah, fixing to be 14. Anyway, but yesterday she goes to basketball camp. And she's at basketball camp all day. And then she left basketball camp and went to softball practice. And finished softball practice and went to soccer practice.
Oh my gosh.
We have now added soccer to the mix.
And how does she like that?
She seems to be liking it. She told me that she goes, don't make any plans for June 22nd because I have soccer. And I'm thinking, because I mean, I've always rejoiced that none of my grandkids want to play soccer.
You played soccer though.
I know, but have you ever watched it? I mean, God,
I tried one time. I watched the first half of my sister's high school soccer game, and that's the only one I've ever been to in my life. Just recently, the athletic director job came open at my school, and someone said, "Do you want to apply to be the athletic?" I said, "No," and they said, "Why?" I said, "I do not ever want to go to a soccer game."
Yeah. Heck, I didn't want to go to the soccer games I was playing in.
Oh.
I played indoor soccer as an adult, and I was playing men's over 30. And then they wanted me to play goalie on the co-ed team, and they played on Saturday nights while I worked on Saturday nights. But if the games were late enough on Saturday night, I'd leave work and I'd go play. And they wanted me to play goalie because the rules for co-ed indoor soccer inside of what would be an offsides line for hockey and soccer, regular soccer, there's no offsides. But inside that line, a man cannot take a shot at the goalie unless a woman passes the ball to him.
Okay.
Well, for some reason in my head,
man always needs a woman for help to get anything.
For some reason in my head, I want to say that the women got 2 points if they could score a goal.
Ooh.
So okay.
Well,
this was back in the 80s. So
this sounds like fun.
No. It's not back in the 80s.
Well, okay. When was it then? When
early 2000s when it
95.
Oh, okay. 90s. I'm sorry.
I was playing 95, 96. I played up until 2000.
That's what I thought.
I played up until 2006.
Yeah.
Really?
2007.
Before after you went.
They did away with they started doing away with the men's over 30 and the men's over 40 leagues. And
Darren Staley says you started in the 1925-26 season.
That's why he knows
right before the Great Depression. That's when that was before the hard times.
We're going to do Amy Asks in a few minutes, but
exactly. That's going to be before the hard times.
Staley, he cracks me up. God, he's so brilliant. I mean,
well, speaking of the chat, we want to thank Darren Staley and Terry Weaver, Willie Buck, of course, in there with us. All you guys, I saw Efren in there earlier. So thank everyone.
I think that we're getting some bleed over though on the FFP because we're on their channel too, and I think that the people that are sending them messages, I think we're overlapping if it goes to the FFP page.
Look at Heather coming in with a zinger.
I don't know. Efren said everyone is looking fabulous tonight. I know he wasn't talking about Dave and TJ and Tim. He's talking about us.
Well, here's the thing. If I start going to these soccer games, I'm probably going to get the itch again. And if they did come up with a men's over 50 league, I might give it a shot.
Honey, you got to get your knee repaired. Like, what the hell are you thinking about here? How did you hurt your knee? You bent over, right?
Yes.
I mean, you do not.
I was stepping up. and my knee checked out.
You need to play if they have like a PS5 soccer game, whatever. You can maybe put those goggles on, like the what is it?
Those are
virtual
fun.
reality. Like you can do that.
I
You do
like-
not
I have
need
a
to pay
question. Now,
I like the
Amy,
game on
you
there
know
where
you
you're
do
trying
the.
to.
Go ahead.
I like the game
Dave.
where you have to duck under the blocks and you're cutting like you have
Yeah.
lightsabers,
Yes.
and it plays music, so you're
Fruit
kind of
Ninja
dancing
or
along.
something
And
like no, what is that called? I know what you're talking about.
I know. Yeah, I don't know either.
Oculus.
I have a question though, Amy. I think we're going to have some ask us anything questions or whatever you've got over there.
Yes.
Has anyone here ever had a sex-related injury? Dave, look at him, crack a smile. There's something. There's a yes, and there's a story.
I'm going to say no, so we don't even have to go to me. So I can't wait. It must not be with Stephanie because he don't want to tell us.
I plead the fifth.
It was with Stephanie. Uh-oh.
No, we're not talking about it. I'm checking.
I broke a thumb. I broke a thumb one time. How about that? And it was not in anything.
Oh,
I did think that.
Yeah, I didn't
Trying
know.
to figure out.
I didn't give it one of those. No. No,
I
it
did
was like
bust
my
myself.
hand was up against the headboard or whatever, and it like slipped and like broke my.
I did bust myself in the nose with the weight trying to pull up a weighted blanket one time though.
Okay.
Hand slipped off the weighted blanket. Bam.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Justin, did you know it was broken at the time, or was
Not
it like
really.
a later
It was
thing?
just you definitely. It's
adrenaline?
not something. It's not something you stop for. That's for sure.
I mean, we're going to do this show. We're going to do this show for another 30 minutes or so. And I feel like we start answering these questions, that I'm going to be doing another show for another couple hours and be paying for it for a couple weeks. So we're just not going to go there. Okay.
I understand. I'm going to have to find me. Now I'm going to find one of the questions. No.
It was one of those that it kind of didn't hurt real bad until like the next day, and then you're like, that's kind of screwed up.
Oh, poor Dave.
Yeah. Water-based is the key, not oil-based.
Oh, Lordy.
We're off the rails.
Help us, people.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about. I'm gonna circle back to soccer though, real quick. I made the mistake on the co-ed team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason that they wanted me to play goalie is, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. In indoor soccer, I was a hell of a goalie,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew on a co-ed team that their defense was good enough to cut off the women passing the ball to the men.
Mm.
And there wasn't any of those women. There wasn't a woman on that league that was going to score on me.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one.
Oh.
I played soccer with her when we were kids.
Oh, that's kind
It's
of
a
cool.
long rivalry.
Yeah. Like we grew up together.
Uh-huh.
And her name's Carla. Carla Littrell was her maiden name. And Carla, I actually played against her and her twin sister Darla.
Carla and Darla.
Anyway, Carla was a damn good soccer player, and she was playing co-ed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling everybody on the field, cover her.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're covering women, and I'm like, cover her. And I finally said, y'all have to cover her. And they're like, what? I said, there's not a woman on this field that can score on me except for her. I mean, the women on my team were pissed. And I'm telling you, those dirty hoes were kicking me. If I dived down for the ball, they'd fall on me and then they'd start kick. I was getting kicked. They took it personal. They took it personal because the truth hurts.
Because Dave told him to stop letting Carla kick their ass.
Yeah, I knew Carla. I mean, I respect
none
Carla.
of these.
I knew what Carla could do.
Because
We grew up in Dallas, the Pleasant Grove area. The Pleasant Grove Soccer Association. They didn't have enough when soccer came to Pleasant Grove in 1975. We only had enough people to form 4 teams. There was 3 boys teams and 1 girl team, and that was the first season. But as we grew, there wasn't enough girls to have their own league, so the girls were playing with the boys. And Carla was an exceptional soccer player, and I mean, And we're talking about up around, late 30s. She was still a hell of a soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
Carla did not come
I
to
solved the
play.
problem.
She came to kick ass and chew bubble gum,
Well,
and she's
we
out
solved
of
the problem. We solved the problem having to play against Carla. We just got her on our team.
Oh, well, see.
Hey, you can't beat them, join them.
Exactly.
But that's why they wanted me to play on the co-ed. And then they said, well, can you come play co-ed on our outdoor team? And my God almighty, I did not want to play outdoor soccer. And I played goalie.
Mm-hmm.
I got a concussion.
How'd you get your bell rung? What'd you do?
Dove down for the ball and got kicked.
Oh gosh! In this part of your face, like the one that's already.
Oh yeah, the plastic
New?
surgeon was not happy about. The plastic
what I was
surgeon was
gonna
not
ask
happy
you.
about me playing goalie in soccer.
Well, and I was going to ask you too, when you get like hit in the head just because of all that, what happened? Do you are your concussions like have a chance to be worse or anything like that because of that? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I mean the
maybe take
concern
longer to
was
recover and stuff.
the concern was if any of this gets knocked loose, there's nothing else
Right.
left in there to attach it to.
Right.
So that was the concern, and I've took some pretty good shots to the face. We actually played. There was a guy named Maury on the men's league who played for the Iranian national team.
Nice.
I'm going to tell one more story about soccer, and then we're going to move on. But I got to tell you about Maury.
Tell us.
He kicks the ball so hard. I've taken one in the chest from him before,
Oh my
wearing
God.
a padded goalkeeper jersey, and still had a soccer ball imprint on my chest for a week.
You're probably glad you didn't mess up your heart rhythm.
I'm telling you, Maury kicked. That's how hard he kicked the ball. But one time he got a free kick.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, Durwood Merrill, famous baseball umpire Durwood Merrill, would go on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one night he was telling Johnny about the exploding fastball.
Mm.
And what the exploding fastball is when a small object is coming at you at a high velocity.
Mm-hmm.
It gets bigger in your peripheral. It gets bigger as it comes towards you.
Uh-huh.
And if it's moving fast enough, it will give the optical illusion that the skin comes off the ball.
Oh, okay.
And he said the first time he ever saw the exploding fastball was from Nolan Ryan.
Mm. Okay.
I tell you that to tell you that when Maury kicked that soccer ball at me,
Oh my.
the optical illusion that the skin came off that soccer ball, I ducked. I mean, I went to the ground and cowered.
Did you shit yourself before or after that?
It didn't hit me, but I mean, I didn't try to stand there. I didn't try to block it.
Well,
There wasn't none of that.
Right.
I hit the deck.
Maury learned from Carla.
Maury, hell of a soccer player. I mean, he played for the Iranian national team.
I think
Right.
Darren
You know,
Staley
the
right
Iranian
now.
national team is either really good or they kill them. So
Darren Staley right now is calling Maury and Carla and anyone else that lived in Texas right now trying to find video of the ball hitting Dave in the head.
it's unfortunate that we didn't have those kind of. I am from the Grove. Yes, Tim. Tim Robinson says that his dad's from. That's where his dad's from. Where'd your dad go to high school, Tim?
He may have gone to high school with you.
But yeah. What's your mom's name, Tim?
Do you know your dad?
I've met
Maybe
his
we
mom
should.
I've met his mom and dad, so
Oh, I mean, I was
great
thinking,
people, great
is that-
family. They promoted AMW wrestling as a family. It was a family affair, and it was really
Oh, that
they're
is
great
awesome.
people.
So let me ask you this: why would you play soccer as goalie if you knew if anything happened to your face, there's
But
nothing you could
he's
do?
probably got less of a chance of catching an elbow or a knee or something.
Because you don't have to run as much.
Yeah, he's lazy.
And also, I was never going to be back. I was never going to be the pitcher, but I could be the goalie indoor soccer. And
Right.
He's kind of like,
let me tell you something. When you win, it's the highest of highs, and when you lose, It's the lowest of lows.
But this was
I
the
used to keep
over.
we played for the championship one time and we lost.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me the second place trophy. Nobody wanted the trophy.
Oh, that's
But
nice. That was
I know. I lost in a shootout. And
that's
I
some
used to
team
keep
spirit, teamwork.
well, I kept that second place trophy in my bedroom on
Mhm.
the dresser. So every day I was reminded of how bad it felt to come in second place. I hate coming to second place. Second place is the worst loser.
I was waiting for you to say that you threw it in a lake or
I
something.
I would rather come in last than come in second.
Mhm.
Second
Mhm.
is the absolute dirt worst feeling. There's no moral victories.
Yeah.
So
You know,
the next
also,
season,
like,
but the next season we won the championship in a shootout. And I walked
against the
over and I
same
grabbed that
team,
first place trophy and I said, "This is going home with me."
Yes.
Because y'all,
was it
because you
against the
assholes
same
gave me
team
the
that you
second
lost
place
to?
trophy. Huh? It
Was it against the same team you lost to the year before?
was the session before. We
Oh,
played year round.
yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Another reason he had to be goalie, Amy. I mean, he's like Bucky. His little legs got to work double time to go this the same
I'm
place.
just
So.
thinking, I don't know if my
I got to wear the really cool uniforms too.
That's right. He
Yeah.
got to wear the different colors.
I had a
And the-
blue Adidas. I had a blue Adidas jersey that I had a Superman S put on, one of those really nice embroidered ones. And you got. I was cocky. Oh God,
you
buddy,
just
I was
gave him a
cocky.
perfect target on your chest.
I
Hit
did.
me here.
I did. I was so cocky, y'all.
Oh, I am
So-
shocked. You cocky,
So cocky.
don't even see it.
Oh.
Can't see it.
But I got my ribs broke. And then my ex-wife was on the co-ed team, and she blew out her ACL and her MCL. And then
my
there was
God.
another
that-
person on our team. The injuries, I recognize that this may be something I need to quit doing because I got to get them to go to work every day. And
Yeah.
when you start trying to play against some young guys, they don't think about, they're
Right.
bulletproof. They don't think
Right.
about that we got to go to work tomorrow.
It
They
wasn't
take that
Maury
extra step.
It wasn't Maury that broke your ribs, was it?
No.
Maury with a hot heater coming in there inside.
Did you break your ribs and her tear her ACL, MCL at the same
I
time?
cracked my rib. I cracked my rib, and I was there by myself, and I was on my motorcycle, and I rode my motorcycle home.
Ooh.
And I had to get my son to come out and reach under my arms and pull me off the back of the bike because
Oh my God.
because it had just
How did you do it?
because it was
Diving for a ball?
30-minute motorcycle ride home. But then I
Was
went
it from-
back. I went back
was
too
it from,
quick
like,
and then broke
diving?
it. I dove down for the ball and they toe
Yeah.
punched me.
Yeah,
A lot of diving and sliding. I mean, I'd go for their feet.
Mean people. That's what it sounds like to me, anyway.
and this has been Talking Soccer with Pondwater
Talking
Dave.
soccer with Fine Water Dave.
Right.
But I don't want to go watch it. But I will. 'cause I
Me
love my
neither.
grand-
That's how we got to this whole.
Yeah, I know. It
Right.
shouldn't be. But she said I'm playing soccer that day. And then it was mentioned that it was a tournament. And then I looked at Tep like multiple
Shit.
games.
Oh, yeah.
Which means you're going to play one, and then you got to sit for like 2-3 hours and wait, and then play another.
Right. What?
Oh God.
I don't even know what that means.
Davis
just
by
encourage
Soccer
y'all-
Roll. There.
I encourage y'all to watch us on YouTube at pwdpod.com. So like and subscribe. We appreciate that. But if you don't watch our show for any other reason, just watch Darren Staley in the chat. Man, this guy is keeping us in stitches. I love Darren Staley.
Are we?
He's the only
We gonna do-
politician I got any use for.
Are we going to do a belt commercial, or are we going to do Amy's questions? Let's do a belt commercial.
How about big time belts, y'all? I bet you they can make a soccer belt. If I had big time belts around when I was playing indoor soccer, I'd have had you hoes can't score on me belt.
Especially you, Carla, on the back.
Carla says she scored on me, but I don't remember that. She might have.
You would have remembered.
Yeah. It seems like I would have. I remember all kinds of other
Useless
crap. You think I would have remembered? You think I would have remembered having my ego bruised by Carla?
Yeah, I don't think he was talking about soccer, Terry. Yeah.
All right. This
That's
North American
hilarious.
Championship custom job was done. Big Time Belts can hook you up with that at Facebook.com. You go to Big Time Belts. You have a design in mind. Carla can hook you up. Big Time Belts can hook you
Carla
up.
and Muhammad are working together.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, if he doesn't get you what you want, we'll send Carla over there to whoop his ass.
And then we know Carla takes care of business.
Carla can
That's
kick
right.
somebody's ass. That's for sure.
That's right. That's
Louisiana
right.
Brass Knucks Champion went to Big Time Belts. The HCM Champion, that beautiful American belt, kind of looks like they might have borrowed from Tim's design just a little bit. Now this
I like that belt.
is
right there.
bad to the bone, and I'm not teasing.
Right.
Arkansas Wrestling Association open weight champion came from Big Time Belts, and that is a badass belt right there. Look at the colors.
I do.
I mean,
What belt name would we give that? The exploding gold? Kind of the
What would you call it?
You sure that's from Arkansas?
Are you sure? Oh, poor Arkansas.
This every week, Alpha something Theta.
Theta. I know Theta is the last
The
part.
Theta was the
That's
last one because I'm
Sigma.
looking at it like, how the hell they get Theta out of that?
It's a
Yeah.
Delta Sigma Theta.
Allison's not here to yell at us this week.
But chicks like big belts, and I cannot lie. And when they like big belts and they cannot lie, they go to Big Time Belts.
Heck yeah.
Facebook.com. Russell Chu, the Hair Guru King, he went to Big Time Belts. That's a beautiful belt. The Summit Wrestling Association went to Big Time Belts. The USW Tag Team Championships came from Big Time Belts. These aren't your basic belts. This isn't like some stuff that looks like it was designed on Microsoft Paint. These are some badass designs. The AMW Championship.
There's Tim's belt.
That's Tim's belt. This is a story where he made this man's belt dream come true at a very, very affordable price.
So affordable. Isn't he getting the tag team belts?
Then he got the junior. He did. And the tag team belt is ordered. The tag team belt is ordered. And the concept of the women's belt is discussed. And it's gonna be something. So Big Time Belts, Facebook.com. We want to thank them for sponsoring our pod.
Definitely. Thank you, Carla Muhammad. No.
Maury.
Maury, Muhammad, and Carla. All of you all. We appreciate you. Appreciate
all
you.
Texas rec league soccer legends out there.
Apparently took a shot at Dave at one point. So
All right. Are we ready for
There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that the years I spent playing soccer accelerated my problems with arthritis in my hands.
Yeah.
But hey, I had a good time.
Who's the blame?
It costs to be boss. It costs to be boss.
We'll bill Maury for those arthritis bills. It'll be all right.
That's right. As Teppy said, he ain't that bright.
We have to start tepping Mikey up, is what I was about to say. Mike and Teppy up back there so she can just drop her little Dave Diggs in whenever she wants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more fun to hear her yell them down the hall.
It is kind of fun to have her in the background. That's true.
He's not.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jackie on the Howard Stern show, Jackie Martling, when he wouldn't like get close to his mic, but you just hear him laughing in the background or saying something.
She didn't marry me for my mind.
No.
Well, yeah, it's your awesome good
Or
book,
your
so you know
money,
that.
or your no.
Yeah, that's true too.
what exactly? If you, oh my lord.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Y'all just got a nice shot on the YouTube if you're paying attention there.
Exactly.
I'm an ass man.
Apparently Teppy is. No.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. You know, all I did was ask one question about sexual injuries, and Dave started showing his ass later on in the show.
I'm telling you, like all of a sudden we get a whole big, eyes worth of stuff.
Working
Crazy.
hard for that next subscriber.
I'm just glad I'm just glad today ain't him and Teppy's anniversary, so we don't have to worry about there being any leakage back there today.
Oh, when is your anniversary?
Remember, they just had it because they went and got their colonoscopies together.
No, that was his birthday.
Oh, that was
no. Our anniversary is December 12th.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
I thought you did that for your anniversary. That was for your birthday. That's right. That would have been awesome.
No, not for
if you guys did it your
colonoscopy.
anniversary.
I was having my gallbladder out, and she had some money left over on her cafeteria plan, and she said, if we go ahead and get married, then we can use what's left on my. I won't lose that money at the end of the year, and it's going to be my hospital bill anyway once we get married. So,
I mean, that's a smart. Hey, I mean,
I went,
third
okay.
time you marry, aren't you supposed to marry for, like, not? I mean that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
that's.
we were gonna wait a little bit longer, but she did she made a good point.
I do want everyone to know that we lost a subscriber from when we started. We're at 626 now.
Well, I think it was all the soccer talk. It was all the soccer.
No more soccer talk. Never
I think
again.
it was and if that doesn't work, I think
it might have been Dave's ass. That might have been what really
could have
just
been. I
sealed
don't
the
know.
deal.
You shut your pirate hooker mouth.
Well, I'm just saying we lost one, but
We
yeah,
gotta
it might
get
have
Dave
been all
some
the.
Billy Gunn pants to wear.
I like it.
Grandpa, instead of daddy ass, we got pappy ass, grandpappy ass over there.
Grandpappy.
I wonder who we offended.
Oh, now Dave's really thinking about it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm trying to think if I'd like to offend them some more.
We'll write you a letter of apology. Send us your email.
I was just going to say, I got some new cards. Darren, he said he's the one that unsubscribed. He was him. It was Carla. It's Carla.
Hey, you don't think I won't mention? You don't think I'm going to reach out and mention to her that she was mentioned on this show just so we'll get a listen?
Exactly. Hey,
we got to get a subscriber back now.
Heck yeah. Maybe you need to sweet talk Carla and get her back as a subscriber for us.
Oh God!
All right. So I don't have trivia tonight because I wanted to. Oh yes, poor Terry. He's got a whole weekend full of a soccer tournament.
Terry is loaded up for some AAU soccer.
Heck yeah. So I got some new cards, and so I asked if it was okay if we did a couple asks, or Amy asks, since I've got some new cards. Instead of doing trivia, to kind of change it up a little bit. So are you all good for that? I have not looked at these cards as in like what exactly. Let's see. First, here we go.
I have to have pre-approved questions in my interviews. Sorry, you didn't talk to my people.
I'm sorry. I think you'll be okay. What's your favorite museum?
Oh, well, the museum of I think this counts. It's not really a museum, it's a Hall of Fame, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a museum.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. So what do you like about it? Is
well,
that the one in Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland. That's the one bad thing about it. But my boy Buddy Holly and his guitar and stuff is in there, and
neat.
It's right there on the lake. It actually is it's kind of a cool setup.
Do they have the inductions there? Is that typically where they do inductions? And okay, that's
because
cool.
Howard Stern was mad a couple years ago that he had to go to Cleveland to induct Bon Jovi John Bon Jovi asked him to do it, and he was just mad that he had to fly and go to Cleveland. So yeah, they do that there.
Okay, cool. I like that. So how many times have you been?
Actually, I've just been there once. I try to make
Okay.
my trips to Cleveland as few and far between as possible, but yeah.
I understand. Are you going to SummerSlam by chance? At
I
WWE
haven't
Slam?
decided yet. I right now it's looking like probably no.
Okay. Okay.
I have a trip to Tampa that's kind of lined up close to that.
So yeah, those back-to-back trips are rough.
Mhm.
I just
about
sent
you?
Darren. I just sent Darren Staley a link to his Twitter because he's like, please ask me.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
see.
thought it
We'll
was-
see if Darren comes on in.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, of course, it's going to be the Thez Gable.
So you have been there?
I have not.
Okay.
So until I go there, I mean, mine's going to be the Smithsonian Institute
Which one?
in Washington, D.C.
No shit. What
Well-
Smithsonian app Institute? Oh.
It's like,
The National Soccer Museum Smithsonian, is that it?
I mean,
There.
the museum the museum I'm currently broadcasting from. No, I went to the museum. I went to the. I saw the where they had when I went. I got to see Fonzie's jacket. I got to see
Yes.
the set of MASH.
That's like the
They
entertainment.
just put
one,
MASH in the Smithsonian when I got there.
right.
Right. Okay.
When I was in
Modern
DC
history? I don't know if they call. I'm not sure what they
Yeah,
call it.
what's the one with has like the gun that shot Lincoln and the bullets and all that? I've been to that and that's pretty cool.
I know I enjoyed it, but truthfully, if
that's
I'm
just
talking
the-
about a museum, the
Mm-hmm.
Perot Museum in Dallas is a very good museum.
And what is that? Tell me more
It's-
about it.
It's art. It's art, and it's got some interactive stuff for the kids and some science. And
Do they have like things that go on tour? You know, like Da Vinci. I mean, like there were some like Da Vinci artifacts or paintings. Like they did a tour around the country. Like does that art museum do probably stuff like that?
I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that they do. I don't remember anything. Yeah, I've seen things advertised. I'm not a huge museum goer. I don't know if y'all believe that about me or not.
Total shocker.
We went, yeah. We went and saw. We went to see the King Tut exhibit in St. Louis with Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, that's cool.
I do want to plug one though, just because it's important to me
Hey,
and where I
now.
grew. It's important to me and where I grew up, and it's only about 20 years old, but it's one of the best museums in the country. And I should have said this to start with: the Underground Railroad Museum in Cincinnati. It's a very well ran museum, and where I grew up in Adams County, Ohio, which is right on the Ohio River. There's a lot of Underground Railroad history where I grew up. So, Underground Railroad Museum in Cincinnati is a fantastic museum if you're ever
That
in
is so
town.
cool.
And the geek in me at the Las Vegas Hilton, they had a Star Trek museum when they had a Star Trek exhibit there, and they had a museum, and I really thoroughly enjoyed the Star Trek museum.
I bet that's cool. I know. I think I've seen where they have like in Vegas, I think right now, or maybe even just over the summer, Princess Diana outfits. They have like you said, a traveling exhibit, and I think that would be pretty cool. One of the things go ahead.
The one in Cincinnati, I was just going to say, if you're ever in town, like watching your favorite team play the Reds or the Bengals, the Underground Railroad Museum is right in between, smack down in the middle of the Bengals and Reds Stadium on the river.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
If you ever come to Vicksburg, Mississippi, the Coca-Cola Museum is fun to check out because the first bottle of Coca-Cola was bottled in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Oh, how nice. Do they still bottle Coke there? No. I mean, okay. I didn't know. My favorite museum, I will say this, and we have a little museum in our little town of Fancy Farm. And our community was built around the Catholic Church that's in our community. Like the families came from Maryland and they settled in this area and they stayed. And so there's a lot of family history here. Our church is, 150 years old, and the cemetery and that kind of stuff. So we have a very interesting little museum in a building that used to be a school that the community built in 1909, and they have different exhibits of like people from our community that have been in the military, like all the way from World War II, Vietnam, Operation Desert Storm. They've like given, items like their uniforms or whatever. We had a priest who was a chaplain in the Army, and he was and they have some of his things, that he had with them. They do other kind of history. One of the things they kind of started, and then I think COVID kind of put it off a little bit. They videotape conversations with like the oldest members of our church and that community, and like talk about what it was like and that kind of stuff. And in our community, it's like I said, the church is the main focus of our little town, and you don't always find that. And so we're a little unique in that area. There's not a lot of Catholics in Western Kentucky. It's more of a Southern Baptist but the fact that they settled here and that they share that history with the younger generation, you can go to the museum and, anytime they have like a classroom set up. And I went to that school at one time, like when I was in kindergarten, first grade. My mom and dad both went to that school, and so it actually it went to a high school. It's just like I said, as it's called the St. Jerome School, 1909. They put out, they're on Facebook, and like I said, it's just a neat little thing to have in your community to share with the younger generations. And so I would say that's my favorite museum. So
Good
question.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see.
You asked me what my favorite was, and I named about 4 of them.
That's right. Let's see what this question says. What's the best barbecue sauce?
Oh, I got this right now. I know.
Okay, tell us.
It is Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right. What makes it the best?
Here's why. It is not a very thick, syrupy sauce. It's more tomato vinegary, as Darren's saying, vinegar right there. And it is good. And it sells nationally in stores, I think, or at least regionally around here. I probably would, but yeah, check it out. Order it online if you can't find it at the store. Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce. Let me know what you think.
Does it come is it like hot, mild, or is it just
nope? There's
the
just
one sauce.
And Montgomery Inn is a restaurant in Cincinnati. They have the original that's in an older building, and then they have what they call the Boathouse, and then it's down by the state. It's closer to the Cincinnati Red Stadium and stuff like that. So, anyways, they've made their own barbecue sauce, and I live in West Virginia, and I can buy it at the Kroger. So apparently, people like
that's cool. Okay. Dave, do you have a favorite barbecue sauce?
There's a brand called Hughes. It's a sugar-free.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
It's very good.
Yes.
My stepdaughter had a bottle of it, and I tried it. And, we pretty much, Sweet Baby Ray's is pretty much our go-to.
Yeah.
But it was so much better before it was bought out. And, the original incarnation of Sweet Baby Ray's was better. It's pretty much our go-to, but that Hughes, I can't think of his initials.
I know what you're talking
about.
It's
a sugar-free barbecue sauce, and I really enjoy it. But what's that? No, it wasn't Stubbs. Stubbs makes one. But as far as barbecue sauce goes, my mother-in-law makes one from scratch, and we call it stick sauce.
Stick?
Because if you put it on a stick, you would eat it.
Okay.
And let me tell you, she made this stick sauce, and when Tristan was in high school, the high school football team was having a chili cook-off fundraiser, and my mother-in-law had never made chili in her life. So she makes this, she gets a recipe and she makes this chili and she puts the stick sauce in it. Making it not taste anything like chili.
Right.
But she won the chili cook-off with the stick sauce.
I like it. You know that that Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. I mean, they make a lot of other things too.
It's
G
Hughes. Hughes. Now this is the sweet chili dipping sauce, but it's
right.
the brand of barbecue sauce that I really like.
Right. And like I said, they make several things. Salad dressing, you know, they make several different
they
things.
got a whole line. And
yeah, it's really
it's
good.
all sugar-free. And hey, I'm not looking for sugar-free. I drink full-strength Dr. Pepper. I mean, I'm not cutting calories. I like sugar.
Right.
If my foot ever stops tingling, if my foot ever starts tingling, I might change my thinking. But right now, you know, I'm all about the sugar. But that barbecue sauce slaps and hits.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, it is really good. I know what you're saying.
I had to make myself a refill, and I brought in a little. Here's what this looks like.
Okay, cool.
And like I said, it's not as vinegary as a North Carolina barbecue sauce that Darren Staley was talking about, but it's not a thick, syrupy barbecue sauce, which I do not like. It's like too sweet. It's got a little bit of tang and vinegar in there, which is good.
I like a vinegary barbecue sauce. There used to be a barbecue house in Dallas, right on Oakland. It was Oakland Avenue. Later turned into Malcolm X. But it's right as you go across when you're heading right outside of Dallas in the Deep Ellum area, there was a little bitty barbecue shack called Carter's Barbecue. And Mr. Carter made his own barbecue sauce, but he used vinegar in it, and it had a bite to it, but it was an excellent barbecue sauce.
Awesome. All right.
What about you, Amy? What'd you say? I missed your answer.
I don't really have. I mean, I like the G Hughes. I do like that one. The sugar-free barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray. I don't necessarily know.
I like the Sweet Baby Ray Chipotle. It's pretty good.
Again, we have about my little town, Fancy Farm. We have a picnic the first Saturday of August, and it's a huge fundraiser for the church, and there's political speaking. I mean, it's a huge event, and they smoke barbecue and mutton, and they also they have a barbecue sauce recipe, and I like their barbecue sauce. That's what I'm trying
I made my own not too long ago, and I got it off the internet. It's called like a mambo sauce or something. And it's like a barbecue sauce with a little teriyaki mixed in there with it. It was pretty good.
That sounds good.
If you guys eat at Roosters has a really good Korean barbecue that they put on their wings that I like because it's got a little bit of heat to it.
And what is Roosters? Just like a little restaurant?
Roosters is like a B-dubs place around the Midwest.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Keep forgetting that some of these places are not nationwide. Local.
All right, last question, because you know how it is. It gets closer to 9, I get tired, but 9 o'clock my time. Which leftover are you most excited about seeing in your refrigerator? So, which leftovers are you most excited about seeing in your refrigerator?
Now, what does that mean? Like if I went to a restaurant and I brought it home?
I think that's what it means. When I'm reading the question, I'm just thinking about.
And Dave was there for this. I once showed Bill after my fridge.
He did.
Was Bill impressed, or what was he thinking about it?
I think he was impressed that it didn't look too terrible in there. It wasn't a complete disaster.
He felt like Bill felt like he's being held hostage by this fridge situation.
I bet.
Oh,
I think it's like maybe one of those. I do this sometimes where like I'm thinking about, oh, I can't wait to get home and eat that. Like something like you said, a leftover that I had
Yeah.
that might be in the
For me, it's
day after
probably
chili. Oh, that's a good one, Darren.
Yeah,
Things
because it's
that
always after it sits overnight, it's better. For me, when I grill steaks. Normally, I will grill if Tip brings them home in a 3-pack. I'll go ahead and cook all 3 of them.
yes,
And then the one that the next day you can take it out and just wet a paper towel and wrap it up and put it in the microwave on the reheat mode, and it's tender, and the flavor is actually better the day after than the ones that we had just got off the grill.
I love it.
A ribeye in the refrigerator on that actually gets better. The chili's normally better the second day.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. I think Darren, that's perfect. The day after chili, that's good.
Yeah, I
Now,
would go
no, go ahead.
with something like that. I mean, I think too, does it have to be a restaurant or stuff? Because
No, I don't think
for
so.
me, man, day after like Thanksgiving or day after Christmas
Ooh,
leftovers, I mean, there's
that's a
nothing better
good one.
than that. So I would say like give me a turkey cranberry mashed potatoes sandwich on Friday afternoon after Thanksgiving for lunch. Like I'm
No,
for that.
oh, those are great. So I've got a controversial question. I'm curious. Do you put noodles in your chili?
Hell to the no.
Really?
Unless it's Skyline chili and you put the chili on top of the noodles. Now that's a different story.
I don't think I've ever done that. I do like putting chili over rice.
Okay.
The funny thing is, Amy, I never even knew that was a thing until not too long ago. Someone made chili and they had noodles in it. I'm like, wait a minute, people do this? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I have never seen this in my life. And I eat Cincinnati chili, which is noodles with chili on top.
Right. I don't know if it was just a way, like I feel like my grandmother, like you have to make it last, like, so let's grain in it. Let's put, we got to make it last for all these people.
This week we got rice in our chili.
Yeah, we always, that's the way I eat it is chili with noodles in it, like spaghetti noodles.
Like chili. Now, are you talking about like chili spaghetti? Like, have you eaten at a Frisch's Big Boy?
No, I'm talking about the noodles are in, like you could,
that's
like
okay,
it's all
okay.
in. No,
I
not
was
like
gonna say,
that.
I would eat chili on top of noodles.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's what we do in Cincinnati. That's a thing in
This would
Cincinnati.
just be all mixed up. Like that's just how ours is.
You guys just didn't mix it up. Or you did mix it up. You guys are like my grandma growing up because she would mix up all of her food together. I'm like, Grandma, that's gross. It's all going to the same place.
To answer,
exactly.
Are there beans in this chili?
For me, yes. Amy?
Yes, of course there are beans in this chili.
I'm from Texas. And in Texas, it is said that you don't put beans in chili.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
But that being
I
said,
think that's crazy.
But that being said, I like beans in my chili. I call them chili beans.
Yeah, I mean, come on. What are we doing? Just tomatoes and meat and peppers and onions?
I mean, I would.
Right.
We need a
I
little
would,
meat
and I
in
dig
there.
it. I dig it. I really do.
That's kind of
But
interesting.
I also like chili. I mean, I like chili with beans in it.
Yeah, I got to have little beans in there. Sometimes I put corn in my chili too.
Do you know what? Did you say, okay, you put corn in it?
Every now
Like-
and then. That's just like, that's more of a wintry thing, I
Have
think.
you ever put corn on a pizza?
No.
That was
But I would do it.
that's exactly what I was getting ready to ask about. Like maybe if it was like a Mexican pizza, like
No.
you know how like
I
they
mean-
have. Well, no, I was just going to say, how sometimes when you go to buffets, they have like a different, they do like a barbecue chicken or they do like a taco pizza or something.
Well, Terry says corn is excellent ingredient in chili and on pizza. I've not done it on pizza. However, last year we had like a bring a soup to work lunch thing.
Yes.
And I took a beef roast and I smoked it in my smoker. And then I chopped that thing up and I put it with my chili and I put corn in there and beans and all that. And then I put it back in the smoker, smoked it for a few more hours. People loved it. It was like a, I don't know, like a chopped, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a pot roast type of meat. And I put it in the chili and I smoked it all.
Really?
Anyways, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. What did your coworkers think?
They loved it. That's the only time I've ever made it too. I'm gonna have to do it again. I've got one of those beef roasts in the freezer.
That sounds hearty.
Enough about my fridge.
Yeah. That sounds like a good winter.
Yeah, like stew, like beef stew meat Darren's talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, our good friends over at the TNA Top 10 did a top 10 about pizza toppings. And when corn was mentioned,
yeah.
And I'm open-minded. I just would have never in a million years thought to put corn, the tracer bullet of foods on a pizza.
Yeah. We got a place down here called Backyard Pizza in Huntington, and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. They got like one that has like pears and like, I don't know. They just got all, different ones. And I think they have one that has a corn on it.
I'll pretty much try, I'm open-minded on pizza.
Right.
I like a barbecue chicken pizza.
Yes.
I mean, I will venture out to some wild and crazy pizza flavors.
Darren, it's like a pear and gorgonzola and balsamic drizzle type of thing pizza.
Oh, that kind of says good though. That kind of sounds like I like the sound of that actually.
Yeah.
Happy Pride, Justin.
Hey, thank you. I don't know who
That's
said
the gayest pizza I've ever heard described.
Well, I didn't eat it. I didn't order it. It's just on their menu.
Okay. I just like
I would try it though. I haven't though. The one I like is they got a few different ones. They got a seafood one on there that I love.
We'll have to try that. We'll have to do that. We need to try corn on pizza.
Some corn pizza.
And just see what happens. And then you all try chili or noodles in your chili and just see what happens.
Hey, I saw an advertisement for a cookie place in Dallas, and I've been hearing great things about it because I'm a huge crumble fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they called it Insomnia cookies.
Yes, I've heard of this. Yes.
They have a cookie that's got ramen noodles in it.
Okay, I did not hear that part, but yes.
I saw it and I was like, that sounds bad enough to might be good. I think I would try it.
You know what? I've watched enough cooking shows like Chopped and all that other stuff. You put enough other stuff in it, you're not even going to know. So, I
just want to say, I've been watching, I just want to say I love you, Chow House. One of my favorite.
Oh, you like that one?
Yeah.
I'd try corn on a pizza, but I don't know that I'd want to ask, hey, do y'all got any corn to put on that pizza? Because I live in Mississippi. I'm liable to get my ass whooped if I ask something like that.
That's very true. That's very true. You're going to have to be maybe, hey, wonder if Waterloo, maybe when we go to Waterloo next month, we'll see if they do corn.
That's closer to corn country there.
Oh, God, I hope I can go out to eat. I hope I can go out to eat with Conrad while we're there. And I'm going to say, hey, can we find a pizza place that's got corn on it?
Definitely.
Just to hear Conrad roast me over saying something like that.
But look, Terry said when you come to Huntsville, he knows because he's the one who put it on there.
He's got pizza with corn.
He's got pizza with corn.
We're going to try to get there. We're going to try to get there before the summer's over. So
awesome.
I mean, I'm open-minded. I'll try it. I like corn.
Heck yeah, I do too. I wouldn't mind trying it.
But TNA Top 10 does stuff like that. And this week, I believe they did Top 10. There it is.
What kind of cookie did you say it was?
It's got ramen. Those are ramen noodles in the cookie.
I bet you don't even know. I bet you don't even know. Because what a ramen noodle is just, it doesn't
crunchy.
have.
Why would I make that shit up? I read that last night. I showed it to my granddaughter. She turned her nose up at it. And I'm like, that looks bad enough to might be good.
Well, but it's baked in. I bet it's not crunchy.
Is there chocolate chips in it?
It looks like it. Yeah. I said
I don't know. If you put chocolate chips on an onion, I might be able to eat it. But
exactly. You fry anything, you could choke it down. I mean, really. I mean, that's part of the charm of it.
I don't know. I don't see the sense in that. If I was judging this on a cooking show, I'd say get those ramen noodles the hell out of my cookies and get the hell off this show. You're voted out.
Oh, I like a good oatmeal raisin cookie, Darren. If it's
Yeah,
soft.
Darren's out of line right there.
Yes.
I mean, he's saying that raisins don't belong in cookies. Come on, Darren. If we can't put a raisin in a cookie, where can we put a raisin? That's my question. They don't belong too many places. Cereal and cookies. That's it for raisins. That's like their whole shelf. That's all the celebration they get. And Darren's trying to take half their goodness away.
That's right.
Oatmeal raisin cookie. That's it. It's a Rushmore cookie, I think.
It's
It's
a
a top
soft.
4.
Oh, there's our corn. Okay, because that kind of looks like got a little feta on it or something,
I eat
maybe
that.
blue cheese. I don't know. It looks like feta. I think
I-
I would probably eat that too.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
I can't tell. I mean, I'm looking at that.
It looks
pizza
like
thinking,
it's a little crema and corn. It's probably like a little cilantro, like a little
Yes.
Mexican
you might
type
call
of.
that an Olay or a Fiesta. I'd eat it.
It doesn't have any meat though.
Do what?
Terry says
Mexican
corn,
street
onion,
corn
sausage.
pizza.
Oh,
I
that's
like
Mexican.
it. That looks good.
So I was correct. It does have crema and cilantro and probably some cheese and some corn and probably some type of spicy sauce drizzled over it.
Exactly.
I'm
Now
for
I'm
it though. I
hungry,
will try it.
So,
All right. What's our next question? We have went
Are we doing
straight
another
off the
question?
rails.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
No,
well,
I was going to
let's
just do
talk about the
3.
TNA top 10. Our good friends Andrew and Terry that eats corn on his pizza they're doing top 10 lists, talking about college football, talking about a little wrestling. This week, their top 10 list is top 10 candy bars.
Yes.
And that was a fun one.
What is
Yes.
your top 10? Well, let me just ask. What's your number one? Like if you're in the grocery checkout line and you're
Easy
going to get
answer.
something, what are you going to get, Justin?
There's only one answer. I don't get anything else. It's a Fifth Avenue.
Oh,
Interesting.
didn't see that coming.
It's better than, in my opinion, the Fifth Avenue is like the Hilton hotels of what a peanut butter chocolate bar should be, and
okay.
a Butterfinger is, it's like one of those little motels down the street compared to Fifth Avenue.
Interesting.
My number one's a Payday bar.
Paydays are good.
But I did Reese's Peanut Butter Cup as 1 and Payday is number 2 when I submitted it. I didn't get them flopped.
I got you.
But I mean, I like them pretty much equally. Payday, I'll grab a Payday bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like the Reese's, and then I also picked the Heath bar and the Score bar. The Score bar I like better than the Heath bar, but I do love toffee.
I don't even know what a Score bar is. I've
I
never
can't-
had one.
Score is
Did that go away with the Great Depression?
It's M&M Mars's version
Yeah.
of a Heath bar. It's their brand of Heath. It's a
Oh yeah. I know what you're
it's a
talking
chocolate
about.
toffee, and their toffees. The toffee on the Score bar is a little is a little more buttery than the Heath bar.
You're a Heath guy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if
You're a toffee
Heath
guy.
if Heath and Score, if it's my choice between Heath and Score, I'm going to go Score.
So do you
Okay.
like those they call them better than sex cake that has the Heath on top of the cake and with caramel drizzled on it? You ever had that?
It sounds like something I would eat.
Oh, I'm gonna have to inform Teppy about this. This could be if you ever do something good around the house, she might reward you with this.
Oh yeah.
Terry said it's Heath but harder.
The Score
Yeah.
bar.
And I put a 0 on there. I got a Hershey. I like Hershey's with almonds. I like the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Mm-hmm.
I like a Crunch bar too, just the regular Nestle's
I don't remember
Crunch.
seeing Crunch on the list. The
I like-
$100,000 bar was. But
Regular
I mean,
old Nestle Crunch.
but honestly, there's not 10 different candy bars. I mean, we'd have to go back decades for me to have eaten 10 different
Right.
candy bars. Because
Mm-hmm.
now I have been venturing into the new flavors of Reese's, like the Reese's with potato chips in them. I really
Oh, I
like
have
that one.
too. The pretzels. I
Mhm.
did like the pretzel.
Pretzels are okay, but the potato chips, that sweet and salty,
Yeah.
it hits pretty hard. The cheesecake at Reese's was good. I mean,
You know the one that they did when I was in like college and it
Is
never
it,
came back
caramel?
and I was so mad. No, it was the Elvis one, like the banana and the peanut butter and the
Oh,
chocolate that they
really?
had. They had it just very short period of time. It was like peanut butter or like banana on the bottom, chocolate on top, and peanot butter in the middle or
Ooh,
whatever.
yummy.
Oh, it was the best thing they ever made. And it
Hey,
just was
when you
poof,
vote,
it was gone.
when you vote on their stuff, do you ever ask yourself about what am I going to vote for to try to set Andrew off?
No, because I mean, there's just no telling.
So that's what's going on with our sister pod, the TNA Top 10. And the FFP guys, Filter Free Podcast, has discontinued wrestling from their presentation.
Yes.
We're doing so much bonus content on the RAM network that they're going to let their podcast stand alone on pop culture.
I think
And
that's going to be really good. I
what
really
year are they
like.
doing? Anybody know what year they just did?
It was Memphis. Was it 89? Let me look. I finished it
Maybe it was
today.
Memphis.
It was 1986, so I was way off.
The one that they just did tonight was 86.
Yes, the one no. The one that dropped today
Okay,
was
that'll be the last of the
1986.
wrestling ones.
Yes, that is.
So they're going out with Memphis Wrestling.
Yes.
So check out their presentation on the Filter Free Podcast. We all three got together and we have come up with the RAM Network. The RAM Network will take you to our Patreon for $10 a month. We have all this bonus content. Timmy C and I just dropped another episode of the World Class Flashback. The main event was the Von Erichs and the Freebirds in a lumberjack match. And it was the first time that the Von Erichs and the Freebirds had gone head to head as a 6-man in the Sportatorium. We got the debut of Iceman King Parsons, debut of Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. It's a really good episode. We had a great time watching it.
If you're
Hard Times and Beyond is what Terry and Dollar Dave are doing to for the Crockett years. We're doing they do the new generation for WWE. Just Put It in Your Mouth is cooking with Allison and Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing watch-alongs. We recently watched Starrcade 85, The Gathering. Dollar Bill Dave had never seen Tully and Magnum in the cage.
Crazy.
An Audience with the Belt Pope is where I will do a deep dive on one of my favorite belts. Going through my collection and sharing them. It's just I watched an old match. Nobody even knew I was going to do it. I called it Palm Waters Quick Hits. We just watched an old match, and so. I mean, we're constantly putting things on there. We appreciate our subscribers on Patreon and the game event. Efren brought the game event. Filter Free Podcast does the Sweet Life at an AEW or a WWE event where they take party bus over to the stadium. They have a suite, and Efren. They played match game. T-Rob and Sarah Elizabeth played at a trying to win $100 cash and a ticket to the to sit in the suite for a WWE live premium live event or an AEW pay-per-view. And the good news is they're doing it again. There's going to be another game event.
Awesome.
Two more members are going to get a chance to and Efren does such a great job on the game event. Match game went off without a hitch. It was such a good time. Me and Teppy watched it in the living room while we were installing a ceiling fan the other night, and we thoroughly enjoyed the presentation.
Awesome.
And Amy, that is how Dave sells whoopee to Teppy. He's labeled it Dave's Quick Hits. And if you can just get in and get out, it won't hurt nobody.
I was going to say also on the RAM Network, TJ and I do Power of the Pen. It's where we talk to the authors of different books. So we have done Brian Solomon, and he wrote a book on the Sheik. It is very good. And Brian is he's a very good writer, and so we got the opportunity to talk to him not just about the chic and the contents of the book, but we talked to him about doing the Audible version and how that came about and his plans. He is writing a book right now on the Gorilla Monsoon, the one and only Gorilla Monsoon. And so that, I can't remember when he said that should be out. It should be out next year, but that is going to be an absolute phenomenal read. And I'm excited about that. For June, TJ and I will be talking to Dave Pinzer for his book, Sitting Ringside. It's a very good book. If you've not got a chance to read this,
excellent read.
Yes. Dave Pinzer was the ring announcer for WCW. And not only was he a ring announcer, but he did a lot of different things backstage. So he's one of those little, like little flies on the wall that maybe, you think about the wrestlers and you think about, them, but like he's back there too. And
it's
he's
almost
got
like
stories.
He wasn't on our show a couple weeks ago.
I know. I wasn't here. I know. And I had to miss it.
She's sitting there telling everybody what they heard 2 weeks ago.
But it's a very good, I know. It's a very good book. But again, TJ and I will be talking to him about reading the book or writing the book and what brought him about that and some of those kind of things. So once that comes out, we'll make sure.
Dave Pinzer was great. And he said he would come back again. He loves talking wrestling. So go out of your way to hear that. And then there was I Was There. Terry Weaver is hosting I Was There. Not only the hosts. I mean, we got a spreadsheet we got put together of events that we had attended. I was on the first episode. We did Saturday Night Main Event 2006 from the American Airlines Center in Dallas. I was not only just there, I was front and center on the hard camera on the front row. And I caught Shawn Michaels' shirt.
Oh, I love it.
I caught his DX shirt. But we're also going to give our members of the RAM Network an opportunity to come on and to watch something that they were there for. Because watching wrestling from a perspective of somebody that was there, getting all those memories and emotions. Like if we ever talk about WrestleMania in New Orleans when Charlotte made the Asuka tap, I mean, I can't wait. So Terry Weaver's doing that. I think I said that Terry and Andrew were doing New Generation.
You said Terry and Dave were doing.
Oh, it's Andrew and Dave, not Terry.
Yeah.
I made a mistake there. So much going on, and while we're talking about what everybody else is doing, I want to congratulate our good friend Paul Bromwell, One True Sport over on YouTube. It's at youtube.com at the number One True Sport. They have Kurt Angle, but Paul and Andrew and the D'Angelo brothers. They got all kinds of content. They're going to be doing Arn Anderson, Kurt Angle, Jake the Snake,
Ted DiBiase,
Magnum, and Greg Gagne, Ted DiBiase. They got a lot going on there. We love Paul. It's immensely talented podcaster. The D'Angelos are good at what they do.
And tonight was the debut of Medusa and our new weekly podcast on the One True Network.
So I want to congratulate them on their venture.
Definitely looking forward to their content and what all they're doing.
Amy, I wanted to tell you, guess who is writing the foreword for the upcoming Gorilla Monsoon book? Well, I always thought I could write a great foreword. That's right. The legend himself, Bret the Hitman Hart.
That ought to be interesting. I've never read a foreword where somebody would shit on somebody, so that ought to be interesting.
I think you love Gorilla, so I don't know.
I always loved Gorilla. I loved all Gorillas. I loved the Ape movie.
Okay, Donald Trump. No.
Gorilla,
that's what you sounded like.
Gorilla was a great guy, but fuck Goldberg and fuck Eric Bischoff.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, we're getting ready to watch, or I am at least, Who Killed WCW, where Bret will mother F everyone on the show.
That is very true. That is very true. That's hilarious.
Anyway, Also, go out of your way to over on Ad Free Shows. Conrad does the Insiders, and he sat down with Tom Carlucci, who was there for over 30 years, and highly entertaining gentleman. And he had stories for days, and that was a great listen. And join me there Saturday for a watch along. We're going to do a watch along for Clash at the Castle.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So now we've just plugged everybody's stuff. So
Everything is plugged and sealed tight.
So
all right.
With that being said, I don't think we have a guest for next week yet. So
yeah,
tune in and see. It's us. We're kind of like Hilda. We don't know who we got next week. So
okay.
All right. Thank you all so much in the chat. As always, every week, we appreciate you coming in here with us. And we'll be right back here again next week. So
thank you, Willie Buck.
Yep.
Willie Buck's telling us to have a happy Father's Day.
Oh, that's this weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And we all
tell Owen I said happy Father's Day. Yeah, I was gonna say, tell Owen happy Father's Day.
He's sitting here staring at me through the door saying, when are you going to be done with this crap?
We're done.
We're done. All right.
Thank you. We've said too much.
Yes, we have said too much.
Exactly.
So for Amy Vaughn and for Pondwater Dave, my name is Justin Davis saying so long, or take care of yourself and each other. So long, everyone.
Right. Bye-bye.